So, I'm a whiskey nut, and I'm going to give you 5 ideas here for gifts. Um, I was at a point before COVID where we were actually flying around to every Whiskey Fest event in the country just for a reason to go have some drinks and party a little bit. I think I took someone from my Chicago office and we flew out to San Francisco for 24 hours essentially. And as soon as we hit the ground, we were drinking, eating, Whiskey Fest, eating some more. That was a hell of a good trip. But I picked 5 whiskeys here. I'm going to try to cover whiskey, bourbon, scotch. Things that are usually in stock at places. I got a lot of rare stuff that you pretty much got to know somebody to get, or you end up paying a small fortune for. So I'm trying to pick things that I know you can hopefully get at your local store. So this first one here, we originally had this at the Untitled Supper Club in Chicago. We spent a lot of time in that basement drinking whiskey, speakeasy type environment. But this is interesting in the sense that you can drink it by itself and it kind of tastes like a cocktail. And it's also relatively inexpensive at, 25 bucks or something like that, 25 bucks. Now what I do with this is I make a cocktail out of it. I got a recipe from Prime and Proper in Detroit and I just mocked it up a little bit, but I do about 2 ounces of slow and low, about an ounce of dry vermouth. I add in some black pepper, like that's a dash, tiny little dash, and then some lemonade or limeade, or even mix the two. It makes a great summertime cocktail, but again, you can drink it straight, drink it on the rocks, drink it in a cocktail. This one's all good for 25 bucks. Then we got Crown Royal, probably the number one gifted whiskey of all time, right? Every old timer in my family loves Crown Royal. They probably got a bazillion of those purple velvet bags. My dad probably has at least a dozen of those Crown Royal gift set glasses because I bought him so many Crown Royal gift sets. He doesn't even have regular glasses. Every glass he has is like a Crown Royal glass. He's drinking orange juice out of a Crown Royal glass. But this is one that instead of getting, the black's good, they got the regular one, you got the reserve. This one's only a few dollars more. 36 bucks. Something a little different. Still got that Crown Royal taste. You can switch it up. You spend that extra 3, 4, 5 bucks and give someone something that maybe they never had before, or something a little different. But you just can't go wrong with Crown Royal. And then we go to Scotch. Balvenie is probably my favorite all-time brand of like commercial brands. The brands that market a lot, that you can go anywhere and get Balvenie. This bottle is probably, I don't know, the favorite of all the people I've ever had try it. It's open this bottle up and it's gone, almost guaranteed. 80 bucks, something like that. Yeah, 80 bucks. You can get these at the duty-free shop if you're traveling, but it'll be called Golden Cask. And I think that's finished in just a different rum cask, but, similar bottle, great, get it duty-free. But, 14 years old, good scotch, easily drinkable, neat, on the rocks. Just one of those ones that I've gifted many of these bottles, and they never seem to stick around very long in people's liquor cabinets. So, not going to go wrong with this one. And then let's look at rye. The High West stuff, I just like it. If you can find it and not pay a fortune for it, they make one called Midwinter's Dram or Midwinter Night Dram or something. And you usually get those for 70, 80 bucks, but people who know, the stores that know that bottle's in demand, they'll start charging like 200 bucks for them. But Midwinter's is probably my favorite product that comes out of here. Just, man, it is a great bottle. Otherwise, the double rye is great. Any of the High West products are great, but 35 bucks, you can usually catch these in stock. Most of the High West stuff's in stock, minus the Midwinter's Dram, but that Midwinter Dram is really good if you can find one. If you want to get, if they're really a whiskey, bourbon type enthusiast, that Midwinter one is just great. And then we'll finish off on a bourbon. So I don't drink a whole lot of this myself. A lot of the bourbons I got they're a little more rare. They're more expensive and hard to get. And I don't want to post those because what's the sense of posting it if you can't find it? But I know a lot of people that like this. I've gifted a lot of these, and when I ask people, like, is that something you'd want again? They always say yes. So, drank quite a bit of this. You know, you get these in the if you ever do like a bourbon flight, you'll get this sometimes. I got no complaints about it. You know, it's definitely something I drink, something I like. It's just I got so many other bourbons that this is probably not one I'm gonna buy. But you know, if you're buying it for a gift, small batch bourbon, $60. You can usually find these in stock everywhere. You just can't go wrong with that. But no, these are my 5 thoughts of. I mean, I could give you probably 100 recommendations. And you know, we're going to cover all whiskeys from bourbon to Scotch. You know, and looking at just ryes alone, I can probably think of 10 ryes I want and 15 Scotches, and there's so much good whiskey out there these days. You know, we could go on and on forever, but I'm looking at 5 bottles that are affordable, that hopefully you can get in stock somewhere, that most people would enjoy. So, if you got some other recommendations on bourbon, you know, Scotches, Canadian whiskey, things that you really like, drop a comment below. And if you tried something new, post it up. Maybe I haven't tried it. I might go pick it up. But until then, I'm going to catch you on the next one.